Bonjour class, Miss Butt here with today's French lesson. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. I hope you're also remembering to watch all the videos and putting up your work on Tapestry. Also, liking our videos. So, before we start our lesson, I'd like you to think about all the lessons we've had earlier on this year and also last year. I'd like you to think about the days of the week and the months of the year. I've jumbled them up on this slide here. I'd like you to rearrange them and tell me what these days of the week or the months of the year are. Remember, in French, the days of the week and months of the year do not start with capital letters as they do in English. So I'd like you to pause the video and try and unjumble these words. Once you've done that, please write them down because I would like to see your work up on Tapestry. Well done. I'm really proud that you've remembered all of your days of the week and the months of the year. So let's start our French food lesson. We're going to be introducing the French culture and what France are known as. So next lesson, we'll be learning how to pronounce the French words. So the French love their food. They produce food for all countries all over the world, and some of the world's best chefs come from France. Breakfast, my favorite meal of the day, petit déjeuner. Okay, petit means small, déjeuner means is a lunch. So small lunch. Lots of French people eat bread, drink coffee, or drink hot chocolate for breakfast, but they also eat what we eat. So, for example, porridge or cereal or just a piece of toast with a cup of tea. Or also, they could have some fruit or eggs and toast. So it's not much different to what we would normally eat. Can you think of different types of French bread or pastries or cakes that you know that have a French name? I'm sure you've seen them when you go around shopping or if you've been to France yourselves. Lunch, le déjeuner. That means lunch. It's not unusual to go for four-course meal lunch when you're out, but other times people have bread, spreads, cheese, cold soup, salads, and a plate of charcuterie. Charcuterie is cured meats such as salami, dried ham, for example, cured meats. They're enjoyed with friends or family, or they could be even at home or on the go. So French do not like to eat alone. Everyone likes a bit of company. So they always have lunch with others. But when they're on the go and they're really, really busy or having a picnic, they'll have a baguette, which is a type of bread, with some ham and fromage. Fromage is cheese. Also, they could be having, if they really fancied one, a sweet or savory crepe. Crepe is a thin pancake, very similar to the ones that we have on Pancake Day. Dinner. French family will always eat supper or dinner together. There are 4 parts typically to a French supper. Something light to start off with, such as, for example, a soup, meat or fish with vegetables, cheese, then dessert. French families don't tend to eat all of that all together, but it's most typical that most French people will. Cheese. France is world famous for the variety of cheese. Anyone that knows me, I love my cheeses. So traditionally, there are between 350 or 400 different types of cheeses in France, but some only believe there are only 100. Cheese is eaten in the majority of French families, as well as they do in England. Wine. Grapes are grown in numerous vineyards throughout France. Wine is often drunk during a meal, and the town of Champagne is world famous for making the sparkling alcoholic drink. Can you guess what the drink is? That's right, champagne. French delicacies. The snails are specially farmed and often eaten with garlic butter. Now, snails in French is called escargot, and it's a delicacy. So if you've ever been there, they do look quite tasty, but I didn't have the guts to try it. Frogs are also specially farmed and often deep fried and eaten with a dip. Now, frogs in French is called cuisse de renouille. So can you practice that with me? Quiz de grenouille. Have any of you tried escargot quiz de grenouille? If you have, please let me know. And I'd love to know what they taste like. So your task today is, now you've learned a little bit about French culture and their food and how they eat, I'd like you to research some of these foods that I'm going to show you on the next slide. I want you to sketch them out, write them out in English and then in French, and tell me a little bit about it. Remember, you put it up on tapestry. What I'd also like you to do is, I would love to hear you saying these words. That would make me so happy. So here are the words that I'd like you to, sorry, here are the foods that I'd like you to sketch, write in English and write in French, but also say it. Try and use it in your everyday life. So as if you're going to eat breakfast and you have a piece of baguette or piece of bread. What would that be in French? So remember, I want to see you work up on tapestry. Remember to keep safe, and I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye.